Archangel Michael says, "This man who once stood boldly against you in the shadows of legal halls never imagined what just unfolded. Something shifted in the unseen realms. Your case, filed with venom, malice, and a hidden motive, has been shut without your knowledge. The court documents were there, stacked, reviewed, debated behind closed doors. But a mysterious intervention happened, one that nobody expected. It was like an invisible hand reached out and halted everything in its tracks. This was not a decision of the lawyer, nor the judge, nor even those who whispered behind your back. It was something divine, unexpected, and alarming to those who schemed against you. They are scrambling now, because the truth that ended it is something you will never forget. Someone came forward, someone unexpected, with truth too heavy to deny. They knew the man who filed this case had a history that couldn't stay hidden any longer. And now, the tables have turned in the most divine way. Type Amen to get blessing 333. He thought he had you cornered. He thought that dragging your name through papers and lies would break you. But what he didn't see was the spiritual power rising behind you without a sound. This wasn't just a case, it was a setup dressed in legal clothes. His motive was not justice but jealousy, greed, and revenge. But heaven doesn't close its eyes when a chosen one is being ambushed. There's more behind why the case closed. It's not only about what the witness said. It's about a document that never should have existed, a forged piece that exposed him in the end. Type Amen to get blessing 517. You may feel like you were left alone in this battle. Like no one was there to fight for you. But behind the scenes, warriors of light were surrounding you every step of the way. A confession was made. Not in a courtroom, but on a phone call that was recorded unexpectedly. That one recording broke open everything he tried to build. He is now under watch. The system he trusted to harm you now has eyes on him. The very sword he raised has turned toward his own neck. Type Amen to get blessing 910. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, do not doubt why you felt uneasy the past few nights. That was your soul sensing the spiritual shift. That case didn't just close, it shattered into pieces before the heavens. They're now calling it a rare reversal. Lawyers are whispering, wondering how it happened. But the truth is, it wasn't earthly logic that made it end, it was a higher law. There was someone in the courtroom whose presence was not on the list. This individual came in silent, sat in the back, and observed without a word. What they said later shocked even the strongest voices in the room. They didn't know that person knew you. And they definitely didn't know that person had once been betrayed by the same man who filed the case. That betrayal came to light, and your justice was sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 654. Now, they are panicking. Phones are ringing in offices, files are being pulled and rechecked. But it's too late. What has been exposed cannot be hidden again. Your name, once placed on trial, is now marked with divine protection. Every attempt to defame you has backfired. There's fear in their circle now. The one who filed the case is silent, withdrawn, no longer boasting. Because people who once backed him are now questioning everything. Type Amen to get blessing 778. This wasn't just about a legal case. This was about your life, your future, your reputation. He wanted to ruin more than just your peace. He wanted to take your dignity and crush your confidence. But what he didn't know was, your soul is built of unshakable light. And your path is guarded by angels. Someone very close to him leaked the truth. Not for your sake, but because they too were burned by his lies. And once they spoke up, everything began to crumble. Archangel Michael says, this truth would have never surfaced if not for divine timing. Heaven made sure it happened now, just when you were losing faith. Because now, not only are you cleared, you are honored. Type Amen to get blessing 841. They never saw this coming. This man stood with boldness, but not with truth. And truth always wins when you are chosen. There's paperwork now filed under, closed with concern. That concern is his background, his past, his hidden deals. And one file, in particular, was enough to trigger a full investigation on him. The spiritual forces working in your favor are not done yet. This was only the beginning. What was meant to stop you has opened a new doorway of blessings. Don't be surprised if you receive news soon. News of opportunity, restoration, and freedom. Because when one battle ends with favor, another begins with elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 1022. The people who laughed when you were dragged into court are now silent. The ones who whispered your name in gossip have nothing left to say. Because the news has reached even them. There is someone, an elder, possibly a retired legal officer, who called your name untouched. They saw the manipulation behind the scenes. And their words hold weight in hidden places. The man who filed the case is now being watched closely. His finances, his patterns, his connections. You are no longer the one being judged, he is. What is about to come to you is beyond compensation. It's divine restoration. And it will be public. Type Amen to get blessing 384. This case was supposed to last months. But it ended abruptly, and not by accident. He expected a long trial, but divine speed shut the door. You may not yet know the name of the person who defended you silently. But their existence is proof that angels often walk among us. Their words changed everything. The man is angry now, but also afraid. He knows something bigger than him interfered. He knows he no longer has contract. People are withdrawing from him. Those who cheered him on are now ghosting him. Because they know something is not right. Type Amen to get blessing 997. He had documents, but they were flawed. He had supporters, but they were blind. Now everything is falling apart like sand through fingers. You've just been pulled out of the fire. Not with burns, but with glory. And the ones who expected to see you fall are now witnessing your rise. A higher judgment has been passed. One that silences even the most confident accuser. The heavens are speaking louder than his lies. Archangel Michael says, what was meant to stain your name has now sanctified your soul. A reversal so divine, even those who doubt miracles have been left in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 440. Something massive is shifting around you now. The energy you carry is no longer surrounded by threats but by praise. It's a season of vindication. The lies that tried to bury you only revealed the truth more brightly. What they tried to hide, the divine revealed. What they tried to manipulate, the divine destroyed. You are not to fear him anymore. His weapons have turned to dust. And heaven has made sure your footsteps are watched over day and night. There is more coming. And it's good. You will feel it in the way peace returns. Type Amen to get blessing 562. The man who filed the case is now under spiritual surveillance. Heaven is watching him closely. He is being exposed to people he never thought would find out. There's a woman connected to him who now knows everything. She is not staying silent. And her voice will be the last echo that dismantles his fake empire. He tried to silence you, but now he is the one silenced. His voice holds no weight. And your truth is echoing louder than ever. Expect to receive clarity soon. Expect to feel a wave of relief. The truth has finally won. Type Amen to get blessing 688. There are many battles ahead, but none like this. This one was meant to destroy you. Instead, it built you. You've crossed a line of spiritual defense. What tried to strike you down is now running from your presence. You are surrounded by favor. Let them watch. Let them wonder how it happened. But never let them make you forget who you truly are. You are not a victim. You are a survivor crowned by divine justice. You are unshaken. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The man will soon face what he thought he escaped. He's already hearing doors close. His days of pretending are over. You are free. You are covered. And you are moving into something too good to be explained. Let them talk. Let them guess. But only you and heaven know the weight of the victory. Let your heart rest now. The storm is over. And a new story begins, with your name in honor. Type Amen to get blessing 890. Archangel Michael says, even though the case is closed and your name is cleared, don't assume the chapter is finished for him. The heavens have only just begun their response to the injustice. What's been set into motion now will leave long-term consequences on his path. The people who once stood beside him are starting to step away quietly. One by one, they're realizing that being linked to his name will bring disgrace. What was once his pride is turning into his shame, and it's irreversible. You may not hear the full details of every move being made against him. But spiritually, justice is aligning itself with precision. What he once did to others is returning like waves crashing against his foundation. Type Amen to get blessing 1122. Now he is dreaming strange dreams. He is waking up drenched in fear. The presence of truth is haunting him, even in silence. There is a building he once walked in with confidence. But now when he walks in, he feels watched. That's not paranoia, it's justice hovering in the air. A powerful official who believed in his lies has gone silent too. They're no longer returning his calls. Even their eyes don't meet his anymore. It's happening just like the divine realm intended. Slowly. steadily, unstoppably. Type Amen to get blessing 390. You were not the only person he tried to trap. But you are the only one whose prayers shook the spiritual realm. And now, every action taken against you is falling apart. There's an energy shift happening, and your spirit feels it. Peace is growing inside you. A calmness that hasn't been there in months is returning. He is now known by a new name behind closed doors. A name not of power, but of warning. People say it quietly, as a caution to others. This is not revenge. This is divine regulation. What is being done to him is not your doing, but heaven's decree. Type Amen to get blessing 744. Your hands are clean. Your name is lifted. And your destiny is no longer held by the grip of that man's intentions. He once laughed. He once celebrated. But now, silence follows him everywhere. The whispers have changed. People are talking, but not about you anymore. They are discussing how quickly things unraveled for him. One man thought he could twist justice. But 1,000 angels saw your pain. And that divine courtroom has already stamped its seal. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You will be compensated in ways beyond what money could offer. Honor is being returned to your bloodline. The spiritual shame has been lifted from your shoulders. A family member will soon reach out and say, "I always believed you." This will bring tears, but also healing. Because your truth has been a long time coming. He will be summoned again, but not by you. The same system he trusted is now calling for him. This time, not as a plaintiff, but as a suspect. And when he walks in, the weight of his lies will press heavily upon his steps. He is no longer bold. He is no longer the same. Type Amen to get blessing 199. Do not feel guilt for what has happened. You didn't ask for this war. You simply survived it. Your reward is not just freedom, it is elevation. You are about to enter a phase of FA. Someone who once doubted you will come asking for forgiveness. They've seen the truth now. And their regret will be loud. Let them come. Let them apologize. But never let them forget what they once did. Type Amen to get blessing 507. That man's foundation is crumbling. People are whispering his name with caution now. What he built with lies is collapsing. His circle is shrinking. The power he once had is evaporating. He is learning the cost of touching a soul covered by divine law. Do not revisit that courtroom. It no longer holds your destiny. Your future is in new rooms now, rooms built by angels. A man who once laughed at your pain now drinks from a cup filled with his own regret. And the more he speaks, the less they believe him. Type Amen to get blessing 323. You will not need to defend yourself anymore. Heaven has already spoken. Every time he tries to stir the past, the divine slams the door shut. He underestimated how spiritually guarded you are. He mocked your prayers. He didn't know they were working. The money he spent filing that case is now a curse to him. Every coin tied to your suffering is draining his blessings. And there's one contract, signed by him, that will now haunt his reputation. A hidden paper that proves he manipulated the process. Type Amen to get blessing 1911. A lawyer who once stood by him is backing away slowly. They've seen the truth. And they want no part of what's coming next. Your name is now being whispered with respect. Even those who never met you feel something holy when your story is told. You are covered. There is a higher calling now waiting for you. One that will put you in positions of recognition. Not for fame, but because people need to see what resilience looks like. Let your soul rest. You are not at war anymore. You are being celebrated by the unseen. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. This isn't just an end. It's a transformation. A painful chapter has closed, but a powerful volume has begun. That man's plans were never stronger than God's purpose for you. And now, the world will see it too. You are being called higher. You are being surrounded by people who genuinely support you. The fakes are being removed permanently. And your next season will not be quiet. It will be loud with victory. It will be loud with favor. Type Amen to get blessing 244. You were wrongfully accused, but now you are being rightfully rewarded. Not just by people, but by the divine realm. The pain of this battle is birthing something powerful. A shift in your identity, your destiny, your reach. What was supposed to end you has ended your enemy. And you are walking away with both your peace and your power. Never again will someone take your silence as weakness. Never again will your tears go unnoticed. The heavens have marked this moment. Type Amen to get blessing 311. You will be receiving good news soon. Not from a court, but from a place you didn't expect. A door will open that leads to something big. Because your name has been cleared not just legally, but spiritually. You are a living testimony of justice in motion. Watch what happens next. Watch who reaches out. The blessings will arrive in waves. And none of them would have come had that man not filed that case. What he meant for evil has become your divine announcement. Type Amen to get blessing 442. You are no longer the victim. You are the victor. You wear no wounds, only wings now. People who once mocked you will sit under your light. People who turned their backs will try to return. But you don't have to worry. Archangel Michael has sealed your name. No more false cases. No more secret battles. You are protected. You are exalted. And you are moving forward in strength. Type Amen to get blessing 623. Archangel Michael says, this man who once dared to tamper with your destiny is now facing a level of exposure no mask can cover. Every lie he told, every word he crafted against you, is now echoing back into his life. He wanted to see you fall, but heaven has arranged for him to be the one losing his footing. A storm is now following him wherever he goes. Not the kind that breaks buildings, but the kind that breaks the inside of a man with guilt, fear, and spiritual justice. You, on the other hand, are walking under skies of divine light. There are whispers in his workplace now. His position is no longer secure. They are watching him the same way he tried to have people watch you, with suspicion and doubt. His secrets are surfacing fast. Documents are being reviewed again. Even emails he thought were deleted are now in the hands of people he never wanted involved. Type Amen to get blessing 2024. There is a strong woman who once defended him. She's backing away now. Her silence is louder than any scream, because she knows the truth. You were never supposed to win in his plan. But heaven does not follow the blueprint of liars. Your path was always designed for deliverance, not defeat. He's starting to see strange things. Things that make him restless at night. That's not paranoia, it's the spiritual consequence of targeting the chosen. One by one, doors are closing for him. His network is crumbling. And now he's realizing, he went after the wrong person. Type Amen to get blessing 1437. A document is circulating among legal authorities, one with your name and a powerful note attached, closed with spiritual conflict and questionable intent. That statement is now haunting him. The person who added that note was inspired. They saw something in your eyes that told them you were not guilty. And heaven whispered to their heart at the right time. You are no longer in that courtroom, but your victory still echoes there. The room carries your energy. The chairs remember the tears you held back. He no longer speaks your name in public. He's afraid. Afraid of what others will now associate it with: exposure, shame, defeat. Type Amen to get blessing 509. The spiritual realm isn't done yet. The same force that cleared your name is now correcting every area of your life. There is restoration on its way to your health, your mind, your home. People who once avoided you are now returning, soft-spoken, remorseful, confused. They don't understand how things flipped so fast. But you do. You know it wasn't just justice, it was mercy. It was grace. It was the power of divine eyes watching over you every second. Now, they will witness how high you rise when God lifts you himself. And this man who dragged you into darkness will now witness you walking in everlasting light. Type Amen to get blessing 678. Archangel Michael says, not all battles are fought with swords. Some are fought in silence, with tears and prayers and unwavering faith. That's how you won. The moment he filed that case, he didn't know he also filed a judgment against himself. He put his signature on the beginning of his own fall. You may never get an apology from him, but the universe is already sending you justice in ways louder than any words. Watch the signs around you, blessings are showing up disguised as surprises. He's seeing visions now. Dreams of being chased. Shadows whispering truth. That's not coincidence, it's spiritual truth screaming back at him. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You are being elevated quietly. It will feel strange at first, how doors start opening without you knocking. How people suddenly begin honoring your story. Someone is going to share your name in a room you've never entered. And that mention will change your path forever. You will be called for opportunities not even tied to your past. The divine timeline is being accelerated now. What was delayed because of that man's wickedness is returning sevenfold. You are stepping into the season of reclaiming. Do not return to the past. Do not answer his calls. His chapter is finished, and your book is still being written. Type Amen to get blessing 1888. They tried to trap your future. But now it's his that's caged in fear. Every time he checks his phone, he dreads the next notification. He's waiting for an update, but the update is already written, case closed. Truth revealed. Justice served. There is another person coming forward with more truth about him. And this time, it will affect his finances, his relationships, and his public name. Do not be shocked if you see his name trending for the wrong reason. Do not feel pity. What he sowed has returned to him. Type Amen to get blessing 901. You're about to witness a flood of breakthroughs. Not just in court, but in life. Your name is being carried to places you never thought possible. A property you once dreamed of is about to come into your reach. A business you once prayed for is about to bloom. And a person you lost will finally understand your worth. All of this because heaven needed the world to know, you cannot curse what God has blessed. You cannot bury what is chosen to rise. That man never thought this day would come. But it. And it's brighter than he ever feared. Type Amen to get blessing 252. Walk tall now. Not with revenge, but with release. The angels saw it all. They have written it down. This victory will open new friendships. New allies. Even new locations. You are being called somewhere new. Somewhere clean. Somewhere that holds no memory of false accusations. He will remain where he is, stuck in the shadow of what he tried to become. But you are walking toward light. Type Amen to get blessing 306. Archangel Michael says, the spiritual files on this case are now sealed with fire. That man's chapter is over. He is marked, not by man, but by divine exposure. You don't need to tell your story anymore. The world will tell it for you. It is no longer a courtroom tale, it is a testimony of triumph. You are no longer just surviving. You are ascending. You are remembered in heaven for standing strong when everything tried to break you. And now, you are being rewarded on earth, publicly, richly, undeniably. Type Amen to get blessing 511. The gavel has fallen not once, but twice. First in court. Then in the spirit realm. Your life is no longer bound by the past. Your joy is no longer borrowed, it is yours now. The people who supported him are confused. Why did the case end? Why so suddenly? Why so mysteriously? They'll never fully understand. Because this wasn't earthly justice. It was divine correction. Type Amen to get blessing 810. And you, dear soul, you were not just defended. You were anointed through fire. Empowered through pain. Crowned through chaos. What's coming next for you cannot be stopped. Not by man. Not by fear. Not even by time. You are walking into divine acceleration. No court can delay it. No enemy can detour it. No weapon can stop it. Let him watch. Let them all witness. The one they tried to break has become unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 303.